Hello and welcome back to the Sorare Lounge, hosted by the Sorare Thursday Club. Sante. It's been a while, but we're back in the hot seat for the flagship show, the podcast, the Sorare Lounge. Just two bros chatting about JPEGs once again. My name is Ricky, also known as the Sorare Man on Sorare, and I am your host for this foray into the wonderful world of football collectibles. And I'm joined, as always, by my glamorous co-host, the #1 Everton collector over multiple years, the full-time duck lover, the bread shagger, and the lighter of beacons of Gondor. It's Johnny Dore, aka Tornado. Just two blokes, almost a decade into their Sorare careers, ready to chat more crap. How are you this evening, sir?
Oh, such a good introduction.
A lot.
The lighter of beacons of Gondor. That's strong.
Beacons of Gondor. It's Gondor. It rhymes.
Exactly. It's so good. I'm good, mate. I am excited to talk all things Sorare. Maybe we'll be talking a little bit about real life cards tonight as well as virtual cards.
Oh yeah, a little sneak preview there. Johnny's got a new segment for the show. He's racked his brain and come up with something new for us. So what have we got on tonight? We have a bit of Rivals chat, a bit of Streaks chat, a bit of Heritage Cards chat, a bit of Rolling Lots chat, Rip 'em and Pick 'em, Johnny's new segment, plus returning favourites, Keepers Club 2025, the Who Am I quiz, and Suck on Those Toffees, which for once should be pretty positive, I would imagine. But before we get started, if I could throw out a plea to all the fans watching, if you could please drop a like, subscribe, and all that vibe, it really would mean a lot to us. Thank you very much. Now, back to the regular broadcast. We will hit the amuse-bouche and start with 5 questions to get little wheels in your brain turning in what is affectionately known as 5 and kicking. There we go. 5 questions, quick fire answers, random questions, just to get us started. Because, we've pretty much smashed this intro. Look at us, 2.5 minutes in, and we're already to the first segment. We're learning.
We usually talk about the first 10 minutes, aren't we?
Exactly. Maybe that's why I just talked really fast through the intro, so you didn't get a chance to drop Moisey in anywhere. 5 questions, quick fire answers, some to do with sport, some not to do with sport. Let's ask you an actual sensible sport-related question to start with. Okay. Rank these big 5 clubs outside of England: Real Madrid, Barcelona, Juve, PSG, Bayern Munich. 1 to 5 from the top of your head.
I think you've probably got to go for Real Madrid #1, haven't you? I think if you were to go back a long time, they've won the most major trophies, European trophies, and also in recent history they have as well. They have continual greatness. It's sort of sickening as it is to see them doing so well sometimes. But go for Real Madrid first. I'm then going to go straight down to 5th and go Paris Saint-Germain down there. Obviously a very big team, don't get me wrong, but if we're ranking based on European trophies, they are just a little bit behind everyone else. I think you've probably got to go Barcelona as second. I think it's tough. I think the remaining 3 there are quite close, but I'm going to go for Barcelona second. They won't like being just below Real Madrid there, will they? But never mind. Bayern Munich, Juventus. For me, it's Juventus. I love Italian football. I loved Juve growing up. They've won a lot of major trophies in Europe as well. I know Bayern Munich also have, and probably have won more, to be honest. My European team winning trophies history isn't what it should be. But I'm going to go for Juve 3rd, Bayern Munich 4th.
Okay, very good. So Real Madrid, Barcelona. Do you say Juve 3rd?
Juve 3rd.
Bayern 4th, PSG 5th.
Hard though. Okay. Very hard.
Okay. From sensible football serious questions too, would you rather have spaghetti for hair or sweat mayonnaise?
Spaghetti for hair.
Or sweat mayonnaise.
Do you mean like, okay, right.
Just what it says on the tin.
Well, I don't like mayonnaise, so I think it'd be pretty shit to be sweating something you don't like continually. And you can wear a hat if you've got spaghetti for hair. I mean, I wear a hat a lot of the time anyway. I mean, orange spaghetti juice would be seeping down the sides, but I'm going to go for spaghetti hair.
Spaghetti hair.
I'd rather have spaghetti hair than sweat mayonnaise.
Okay, I mayonnaise is my favorite condiment. I put on most things, so I just think it'd be convenient for me to have like an endless supply.
You'd eat your sweaty mayonnaise.
You know, it's free, mate. I don't like waste, especially when it comes to food. So, you know, an endless supply. I'd be really useful at a party.
Plus, if you let your hair grow a little bit longer, you could just have some little snacks coming down into your mouth.
Yeah, I suppose you cut your own hair every time you have a bolognese.
Either isn't ideal. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I think that's the point. Okay, what is your favourite physical thing you've won on Sorare? Question 3.
Favorite physical thing. Well, I think it's difficult to not look past the winning the Everton VIP tickets. I mean, are you counting that as me winning them? I mean, I bought collected the cards to be top collector, so I didn't necessarily win them. But yeah, the Everton VIP tickets have been insane. And the first year I got them, 2 people couldn't show up for the game, so I ended up getting 4. So I got like £1,500 worth of tickets, which is like more than my original investment in Sorare in the first place. So yeah, got to go with the Everton tickets. I think in terms of some other things, I've won some really nice signed jerseys, which was more of like a win, it seems, because it's kind of potluck. But yeah, go for the Everton tickets for sure.
That's cool. I won the Man United tickets when I won 5 comps, and they give us Man United tickets. That was cool, but that was more about like the time, like the enjoyment of the trip rather than the tickets themselves. I won those Air Max trainers, those Nike NFT trainers. They were really cool. They're one of my favorite things. Still sat in the box in there. One day they'll be worth millions, right? When the NFT boom again.
I've got this sweet bag, which maybe I'll be taking on holiday with us when we go in a couple of weeks.
I always want some Sorare socks. Hoodie and the hat have had a good workout on the podcast as well. But I think the Nike NFT trainers were probably up there for me.
I forgot about those. So what are you going to do with them? Have you still got them?
Still in a box, yeah. You know, one day it'll be worth millions, right?
Yeah.
Collectible NFT.
We should sign them. And then when we've got 1 billion followers, and we'll be like, please.
Yeah. All right. Good idea. We'll put that one on the list. All right. Question 4. I've got a nice Sorare question to finish, but this is a serious one. Question 4. I had a family member ask me earlier on in a serious question, which happened as a debate. When you make a bacon sandwich or substitute whatever sandwich filling, I guess, is staple to you, do you put the sauce in the sandwich or on the side on the plate?
With a sandwich, with a bacon sarnie, I definitely put it in the sarnie.
Yeah, it's just it's non-negotiable, right? It's got to go in.
But I mean, I have definitely had sarnies or sandwiches where it's been delivered to me with it on the side of the plate, and that's fine too. But for me, if I'm making it, I'm just whacking it all in, you know?
It's got to be in the sandwich. Just helps with like the overall moistness of my sandwich. I just can't believe people be having it on the side as a dipping sauce when it could just be in there.
So who's
maybe a secondary sauce to add flavour, you know, if you want a bit of chili or barbecue.
Name and shame. Name and shame.
Wow. My brother's girlfriend. Not sure about this, you know, sauce dipping on the side of bacon. She's got to go straight in there for me. For me, sauce in the sandwich, no messing around. Final question, number 5. Delete a Sorare comp, bring back a Sorare comp, improve/create a Sorare comp. Like Snog, Marry, Avoid, but for Sorare competitions.
Delete a Sorare comp, bring back a Sorare comp,
improve/create a Sorare comp.
Well, I'm going to start with the creation one. I know Sorare have done it before, but I'd like it to be created as a regular comp. Maybe is like an old Sorare player category. Like they have done it before. I think it was over 30s, maybe over 31, maybe over 35s. I can't remember. But just like
32s, I think. Yeah.
Just have a permanent old player comp, just to sort of have that top end just to keep some value in the older cards, because even some of the like really good cards that are 33, 34 years old are losing value really quickly. So I think, yeah, it's kind of like a bring back, but also kind of like a create new comp. So that's my cheater one there. In terms of bringing back an actual proper comp that was a regular, for me, it's got to be cap 220 or any sort of low cap competition. Cap 230, they've done a couple of times. And for the same kind of reasons, in that I want to take punts on my low cap players, and it's part of the fun of the game, I think, and it keeps value at the lower end of the game a little bit, because otherwise there's just a massive distinction between the best cards and the cards that get like 75 every 5 games and then 30 for the other games. And it's nice putting those in a gambling 220 for me. I know you love cap 220 as well, so you'd probably agree with that. In terms of a comp currently going that I wouldn't mind getting rid of, don't know. That's an interesting one. I'm not sure I really hate any of the comps, to be honest with you.
All right. Do you want me to go? Because
What would you get rid of? I mean,
right.
I like all of them.
Bring back fucking legends so I can use my fucking legends.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
All right.
How could I have forgotten? Yeah.
The most annoying thing about Sorare, my biggest criticism. So I got really up close to the camera and I'm really emotional about it. Love legends cards. They're cool. Like, just give me one a month or anything. I'd be happy.
Yeah.
Please, legends, please. Delete whatever the toss, whatever the frick, ultra defending, 9 times goalkeeper, super attack, like brick wall, all those ones. Get in the bin. I don't even look at them. Don't care. Don't like them. Don't want them. Delete those. Bring back legends and create. Remember that one shot thing we had where you had like a squad of players and you can use them once over like 3 game weeks? That was really good. Do something like that. That was fun.
I mean, whilst we're talking about bringing back comps as well, like they have to have some sort of like long form comp for me. Like whether it's a monthly comp or a seasonal one for a whole season or like a year or something, just because the rewards are so crap now every week, it seems. Like if my teams that were doing pretty well, like getting 390, 400, were contributing towards a league table for a month, I'd still be happy that they was putting that effort into that. Do you know what I mean? But because it's like a sharp cut off every game week, like as soon as that game week's over, you just like, even those cards that did really well, it's kind of pointless. You didn't win anything with them. Like, and they have sampled some long form comps, haven't they, previously? And I just think they're really good. I don't know why you would not have some in the game.
I think there's a problem with Wales cleaning up, because there were weekly rewards and monthly rewards, weren't there? And it just gave the Wales like a double shot of winning. But there was something in it. If you just, they'd have to think of some way to make it fair, or maybe put people in different tiers of competition. I don't know, but just something to keep us going, to reward players that are consistent a little bit. I guess it would be good as well. Yeah. All right. Well, that was as always, very quick fire questions. We'll get the hang of it one day. Let's move on. Bring back legends. Apologise for swearing. Really passionate about legends. 2, quick weekly post 5 and kicking question for you from now on.
Okay.
State of Sorare, 1 to 10. How are you feeling about Sorare as a whole this week? Sorare check-in. State of Sorare, something like that.
I'm a positive Sorare guy, I'd like to think. But Sorare is grinding my gears a little bit at the moment, I've got to say. And I know I crafted Mbappe, so stop whinging, Johnny, all right? You're not bad. However...
With your Mbappe over there.
Yeah. However, my prizes I've been opening recently, like reasonably good high-up prizes, tier 2s, tier 1s, oh, shit. And so I have to take some responsibility for the fact that these cards have gone to crap. Classic cards, classic competitions need more love. If you just keep asking people to invest in new season cards solely every year, people are going to get pissed off very, very quickly, in my opinion. People get really attached to their cards, to their NFTs, to their players. Like, it's not simple. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being a whinger, but
usually
they need to think about rewarding people long term as well as short in season term a bit more. We've talked about it on the previous questions you just asked there. There's a lot of really cool comps that I know not just us loved, like a lot of people loved. The cap competitions, I think, are a really good way of people, actually thinking about what they're doing a bit more when they're setting lineups, like really having a bit more of a manager feel. Like if I put in my cap 240, say, if I put someone in that's a 65 average, like you've got to, marry that up with someone that's got a 30 average that you think's has got a really good matchup that week, or you think's an undervalued player who's coming back from injury. Like it really rewards people to do a bit more thinking, I think, when setting their teams. And it's not just like, right, there's my best 5 cap players, bang, they're in that team. There's a lot of little mini things I could go into, and a lot of things I've got annoyed with in the last month or so. But it is difficult for people like us that I guess have been on the game for quite a long time now, like almost 5 years. Like we've seen the severely good highs, we've seen the middle, we've seen the lows. Like it's not as low as maybe as it has been, but it's so the game is so good, isn't it? The actual game is great. I just really want it to be rewarding people for the effort they're putting in.
Okay, I'll be honest. When I came up with this, I thought you were just going to give me a quick 1 to 10 on how you're feeling about Sorare.
Okay, so you want me to give you a number out of 10?
It's taken the form of like the 5 in kicking, the 5 quick fire questions followed by
a little bit.
So we're now 17 minutes in.
At the moment, I'm going to give my Sorare experience at the moment a 4 out of 10.
Oof. Okay, 4 out of 10. So I'm going to go 7 out of 10. Still the most fun game ever. But I do think like the diminishing values of everything means I'm a bit more casual with my approach to it in like caring about how much time I spend on it. And maybe that's what's led to this big rise of people's attention in other things like Footium and MFL. I play both of those. They're really fun. I think like they can all coexist because they're not like quite the same thing, but they're still a game that takes time and attention, isn't it? So you have to kind of be paying attention to one at a time. But I think they can all coexist. But I think that's why you see a lot of people going somewhere else to have a bit of fun as well. Sorare affairs, as they say. Okay, so 7 and a 4. We'll check in again. I'd say next week on the podcast, but we're going on holiday, so who knows when we'll get to the next one. We're pretty crap with keep to a schedule, so we'll see. But Sorare check-in, a 4 and a 7. Let's move on to a couple of Sorare news items, talking points, I think, more found on the Sorare news tab. But they are more talking points. Let's go for flexible rolling locks. Flexible rolling locks in action this week. So every game for the game week, you don't have to lock your team in at the deadline. You can change your teams throughout the game week at any point.
Midweek.
Yeah, we're in the midweek. So it's the European game.
You're saying that there'd been an announcement about this weekend then, and I was like, what?
No, but there's also this affects like Mexican games, wasn't there, and things like that overnight for us, and vice versa. People in the other parts of the world, the European games might be at awkward times. I guess to combat the whole DMP issue, what is your initial thoughts on it?
I'm going to be quite moany on this episode. I can feel it coming. But
you're meant to be the positive one.
I know. I don't like rolling locks. DMPs are part of the game. They're just part of any fantasy football game, I think. And for me, there's 2 different types of DMPs. If there's a genuine random ass DMP that's come from nowhere, like, fair enough, that is bloody hurtful and hard to take, isn't it? Like, especially when that team, the other 4 players in that team's done amazing, and I get that. But it is also still part of the game, I think. It's just something to moan about. It's just no one knows what's going to happen at the end of the day. It's football predicting. When someone it just doesn't do any research at all and doesn't realise someone has not available, they shouldn't be getting rewarded by these rolling locks. Like, that person shouldn't be getting a bloody prize. If you're not going to put the effort in, you don't get a prize. And then there's like ones where, you know, there's a player that's a 50-50 or risk, or you put him in a team that's, you know, you're willing to take the risk on him. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it does, then other people might have not taken the risk on him and you've benefited from him playing. And I just think it takes all that out of the game if you have the rolling locks, and I don't like it at all. And also what you've mentioned about the different times for different people, like MLS will basically be impossible for us to play now if they did start doing it on weekends. Because if the people in America will be awake and knowing the teams, I'm not going to stay up. Like, I stay up probably until the 1 a.m. games when the team news comes out at like midnight midnight over here. But like, I'm not staying up till 3:30 in the morning to wait to bloody Portland Timbers starting keeper is. Like, and other people will, which is fair enough because they'll be in America. But it will just mean that our cards that we've bought will be redundant, and it'll be the same for them doing Premier League or Europe. Like, it's not just obviously our way around to America. But I don't mind it for this midweek if it's just strictly kept to the Champions League thing, which is what they did originally, didn't they? It was just the Champions League competitions were locking and the European League competitions were locking. But they've trialled it with all the comps, haven't they, the last couple of midweeks. So All-Star, Under-23, which obviously encapsulates like Mexico or all these other random leagues. So I just think it's something to watch. Maybe they're just trialing it and seeing how it goes, how people react to it. Ultimately, you can't keep everyone happy, so it's hard. So I do understand that, but I'm not a fan. So there's my views. Did you want just a 1 to 10 there as well? Sorry, I've just given you my big views on it.
No, we're on to talking points now. You go, Glen Coco. I
not a huge fan.
I don't like it. I completely understand people don't like DMPs and they want a solution, or they want like a way to, you know, avoid things like that in a game week. But like, I think it really alienates casual players, because the amount of time you have to put in, and whatever part of the world the games are overnight for you, it like makes it impossible for you to check the teams really. Like, I had a Mexican DMP overnight, and you know, I wasn't getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning to check it. So yeah, and even like the games at 7 o'clock at night, I'm doing something, or I'm with family, or I'm out with friends. I don't want to check all the lineups each night and redo my teams on
my phone. I'm already on my phone 24/7, like head of my phone checking stuff anyway. Like, it's stressful enough as it is. And like for people that have like 1 or 2 teams or five, say they put 5 teams in on a weekend, you know, I understand how annoying. Like, it's probably more annoying for them to get a DMP because like they've only got a handful of teams, and like it's important to them. But like when you've put in 60 teams, I'm not checking each one of those team news. It's just going to drive me insane. I'll have a bloody conniption. It won't work. And if you think about, you know, we do a lot of teams, but people like Pranksy, he's doing hundreds of teams. Like, he's going to have to get a full-time bloody admin team to do his teams for him.
But he could probably afford that, so it's all right for him. But
and also, like, it's not, if you change one team, it's not as simple as you just change that one team. Like, for me, when I'm doing my Sorare teams for a Friday deadline, if I change my champion Europe player here or whatever, then that means that I might move another player from somewhere else to a different team. Like, it has a knock-on effect on other teams. It's just a lot of stuff to think about. And maybe they're not thinking about doing it for weekend game weeks, and maybe we're just overreacting. But it does seem to be gathering momentum, doesn't it?
Yeah, it'd be tough because I'd have to quit my favourite league, which is the MLS, because I'd be at such a disadvantage to people who could change their teams. So, you know, I'd end up having to focus on just certain leagues, and then I'm already, you know, shrinking my gallery. I get why people want more control and things like that, but I just don't think it's good for casual users. And I'm on Sorare a lot anyway. I just haven't got the time to focus on every game. And now like the card values and the rewards are slightly diminished. When they were winning like thousands for coming first and things like that, then maybe, you know, it was more important. But I get the argument for it. I can see pros and cons, but personally, that I just don't want to put any more time into it, and it's going to kill so many leagues and games for me that it would be a struggle.
And we like both of us already play games that have rolling locks in them, like NFL Fantasy. We both have done for years, and that has rolling locks, and that works really well. But we've only got one team to be checked, like one actual team of players that we need to check. It's not like we're checking 50 teams, and the same with Fantasy EFL's rolling locks as well, isn't it? And that's also the same thing. We have one team of ours that we check, and it's not that much admin, is it, really?
But the difference with NFL is all the games are Sunday 6 p.m, Sunday 9 p.m. in the UK, Monday night game and a Thursday night game. We know when they are. They're the same every week. You haven't got to I don't know when Cruz Azul are kicking off this week, or River Plate, or all these I'm up for innovation and like trying to solve people's pain points, but there seems to be like two really different camps for this, and I'm in the one that doesn't like it. So there we go.
What's your opinion on subs then? Like that being another option potentially, rather than doing rolling locks, having a team that has a sub, like every team you select one person to be a sub in each game.
Yeah, much prefer it.
Yeah, if you're going to do one of the two options, I'd rather they did that personally. But then, I guess it'd have to be a sub that would come on to make a team still valid, wouldn't it? It couldn't be if you'd had two defenders already in your team, say, and then a midfielder didn't play, and you had a defender on your bench, like you couldn't come on because then you'd have three defenders. I don't know. Yeah,
it still has to be a valid team. Like if you might think, I don't know who switches keepers. Like Man City did a lot at the start of the season. You might play both Man City goalies to make sure we get the right one. I don't mind a sub where you have to put like thought and strategy into it, but still at the game week deadline, your team's set, and that's your strategy, what you're going for that week, and then you see how that plays out. And that can still go wrong for people if they just haven't thought about it, or if they've made a bad pick still. But it does reward people who are clever with their lineup. So maybe I think subs for me over rolling locks. There we go. There we go. Dissed the problem, but came up with a solution, a very vague solution, but subs. Okay, let's move on to another talking point. The end of Rivals. Rivals is ending. I thought we'd give it a little memorial now. So Rivals, let's go with the 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. 1's 10. What would you give Rivals over its time on Sorare?
So as an overall whole, since Rivals start, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I've really liked Rivals. I think it's a really good game. If I'm to give it a different mark at different points, when it was the Euros Rivals game, which I think everyone would agree was the best part of Rivals, when it was that daily, you can enter as many Rivals games as you want during that day, but your top score is your top score, and it adds to a leaderboard. Like I thought that was much better. And I still thought they could have implemented that in a way into Rivals, and maybe the new game will be something like that. I don't know. But I really like Rivals. I put a lot of effort into Rivals. So I've been in Div 1 in our league and in my personal league for quite a long time. So I'm managing to sort of farm some good rewards, won a few like minor cards, won sort of 15 to 20 essence per week, which adds up pretty sharpish. And I think that is, if you look at how much essence we get for our actual competitions, it's probably a little bit too weighted towards Rivals, wasn't it? In a way, which maybe that's why it's going. But I really like Rivals, and I like doing leaderboards and little leagues. The squads was cool. I think we've had good fun doing it, and certainly when we first got the squad together, everyone was pretty hyped about it, and it was good fun. So yeah, but sad to see it go, but excited to see what they've got in store for us, which we still haven't had any sort of inkling about yet, have we? I'm not sure. The packs thing they may have mentioned a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think the NBA stuff works well, so I would have thought it would have been like collect commons, you get your starter pack, and then you can get the common collections, and you get the common badges for hitting the collector score, and you can sell and buy them with common essence. and then the daily games. I thought that's really good. So if they did something like that for football, I think that'd be really cool as well. But we'll wait and see. I think it works really well on Sorare NBA, and it's like the perfect, like feels like the perfect amount of stuff to be able to do in the like a little go. I'm just going to do that for the day. I think it's good because Rivals sometimes was a bit of a sweat, wasn't it, to do well. But do you think it did its job? Because I think it was brought in as like an onboarding tool, sort of, wasn't it? Like a pre-pro game to introduce you to the. And I don't think it really was great for a newbie.
It's difficult because I guess it wasn't showing you exactly how the Sorare normal SO5 game worked, because you couldn't do any rolling locks or anything like you could on Rivals. But I guess it's giving you a bit of an insight to how the game worked, how the scoring worked a little bit. You could just play with 5 common cards, or it doesn't have to be a covered Sorare league. You could play anywhere, couldn't you? And just select your 5 cards and at least give you something to cheer for. You could win Essence, I guess, which you could then use to do some crafting on the real Sorare game and create some cards. I don't know how many people have done that. I'm not sure, but it has always seemed to be a played game. Rivals, I've seen people were still entering teams. Like we were seeing our leaderboards on. We're still having lots of people taking part. So.
Yeah, pre-nerf, like it got that nerf, didn't it? Like where, they took a lot of the rewards and gave it a big hit. Before that, I actually thought it was quite good. I think a lot of people, when you weren't being matched up so equally with like limited, like 4 limited to 4 limited, people were buying cards, weren't they, to fill out lineups. I was doing it. I think a lot of people were to get an advantage, to get that little boost. A lot of people did it, so that was doing a good job there.
I think they found it tough with the rewards, didn't they, to find that happy medium that it needs to feel rewarding. You want to be rewarded, but then also you don't want to reward too heavily. If you maybe compare it to how much effort's been put in, or compare it to their mainstream game of the normal weekend stuff. And I think they started off rewarding perhaps a little bit too well, didn't they? And they scaled that back perhaps a little too far. So they needed somewhere in between where you weren't just winning. Like we had that few weeks, didn't we, where we kind of stopped playing because you put in so much effort to get first or second, and you get 5 arena tickets at the end of the week.
Yeah.
And it was just got to a point where it's like, why am I bothering to do this?
I think it's in quite a good spot now at the end, because obviously there's a lot less people playing, so it was easier to farm rewards. And when you're getting premium or elite boxes, you're hitting, almost a craft a week, or getting a car, usually a rotter. But in our last rewards video, I picked up an Essential. That was just up on the channel as well this week. And that was like mad, like 10 quid for a limited, which is unheard of nowadays. So it's been good recently. It's just a more casual experience, but the Euros thing, like you said, was the best. That was the best use of it. I was in a league with a few random people as well. You're in the group chat all the time, coming up with your strategies. It was really good. The format was good. It got everyone talking about it.
They did the double points things afterwards as well, didn't they? For like the big games, like the big Premier League game that weekend or whatever, it'd be double points, so everyone would be entered, and it just sort of didn't even announce anything about it. Just went, didn't it? And I just think, I don't know.
I do like those, the big tournament things. Even remember the custom cards we got when it was custom cards, and you'd win them from. I like them, even though they were crap and they're worth nothing now. But at the time, you were winning like these collectible things. I collected 3 whole teams. I think USA, Canada, someone else, and it was like I was loving it for the time. And like the Euro, so there is good applications of it, even if it's only for a short time, of like these extra games. So you're keen for like a replacement daily game, something.
Oh, for sure.
Something better than these daily challenges, because they ain't it.
No, daily challenge aren't like if I win a daily challenge, it's not because I've put a team in to win the daily challenge, it's because I've just randomly won it. And I even won one this weekend. The Greek person to get decisive. Literally don't own a single Greek player in my entire gallery, so I don't know how the fuck I won that, but
They did say
5 S's in the bag.
Yeah, but the actual daily thing, pick 3 players to get decisive.
Oh, that thing. No, I mean, I have done it maybe 3 or 4 days out of like the month they brought it in, and it's not particularly thrilling for me. And I haven't used it.
I do it every day, but I never track it. I never think, oh, Harry Kane scored, I've won 200 XP. Like it just happens. I don't think it adds any like excitement or engagement to the platform. You're not going to go on your X afterwards and go, bloody hell, lads, two decisive today, 400 XP. Look what I spent that. Like, it's just, I don't know. I think it could be slightly better. I like the idea of having daily tasks and something to do. Maybe making them a bit different or a bit more engaging would be good. But yeah, I'm keen for if they bought the Sorare NBA thing, I've still like 4 times the Sorare NBA style in, because I play it every day. And wake up in the morning, I've won a tier 1 common and 200 common essence and a 1-star limited box. That's quite fun. Open my common card in the morning, can craft another common card, and then I can open my 1 essence or whatever for limited. Nice. Good. Anyway, there we go. So the point was 1 out of 10, 1 to 10 rivals overall before it disappears.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Yeah, you are a rivals boy, aren't you? I'm going to go 6.9 because I really like the Euro stuff, and the start and the end was good, but the middle was a bit of a low, and I just stopped playing it for ages. So I have to give it a shot for that. All right, let's move away from chatting Sorare topics for a little moment and go for the
It's time for the Who Am I quiz. Can Donado finally get one right?
Bum, ba, 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 ba.
I really enjoy how the AI woman says Donado.
Can Donado get one right? We will see. Can he get one right? The Who Am I quiz. We ask you a quiz question to identify a player, football player, and winner or loser adds to the giveaway pile. I think you've just done a giveaway, haven't you? Which we're drawing later on this show. If you're here to find out the winner, whether you're a winner of the giveaway, it'll be at the end. If you want to fast forward past us all talking crap. I've got one to do this week as well, so we'll find out whether I have to add another card to it today. I'm mixing it up slightly in style because I couldn't find a good Who Am I single football player question. Ooh. So I'm asking you a question where I want you to give me 5 of the 10 possible answers.
Oh, I like it.
I said 5 because you've got to be relatively quick. No one wants to be sat here for 7 minutes or anything. That's why I've said 5.
Right.
So there are 10 players who have won the Premier League with 2 different clubs. Can you give me 5? Floor is over to you. 10 players who won the Premier League with 2 different clubs.
I can get as many wrong as possible. I can just shout out names, right?
Sure.
Okay. Nicholas and Elka.
Correct. 1.
Yes. Okay. Right. Okay.
10 players won the Premier League with 2 different clubs.
Ashley Cole.
Ashley Cole. Chelsea and Arsenal. That's 2.
Okay. Arsenal. This might be a bit rogue. Frank Lampard, did he win it with Man City when he was there?
Incorrect.
Oh, don't think we won it that year then.
So there is one quite old school random one. I'll give you another minute and I'm going to give you a really big clue.
Okay.
10 players won the Premier League with 2 different clubs. You've got Anelka and you've got Ashley Cole.
Oh no, it won't be Andy Cole's not there, is he?
No.
Craig Bellamy? No. That's answer. Right.
Do you need a clue?
No.
You do need a clue.
Van Persie didn't win it with Arsenal, did he? Famously.
No, famously did not.
Famously didn't. Adebayor. He must have won it twice. Fuck.
What do you think? Still to come on the show, we've got the Asian Heritage Cards chat. Thoughts on hot streaks, Keepers Club 2025, the Rip'em and Pick'em card game, and the Everton performance review, and the giveaway. Still to come. How are you doing there? Do you need a clue?
Yeah, maybe.
One team who was a very unexpected winner of the Premier League.
Well, I was thinking it's either Blackburn or Leicester, then, is it?
One of their there is a player from both teams.
Danny Drinkwater.
Incorrect.
No.
But one of the unexpected winners. Some of their players went on to do very well.
It's got to be Blackburn, is it? So it's got to be Blackburn. Is it Blackburn?
There is a Blackburn player, yeah.
There's one Blackburn player.
Teams that feature Man City, Man United, Blackburn, Leicester, Liverpool.
Liverpool, so that's recent then. So Sturridge?
No.
Oh, shit. I got two so quickly. I was like, this is going to be easy.
Okay, I'm going to start dropping you clues now. I'm going to start dropping you. Man United and Man City. A famous transfer between the two.
Michael Owen?
No.
Hang on. What did I just say? Michael Owen? It's obviously not Michael
I don't know
Owen.
what you're thinking there. Had a billboard. Fergie was famously very unhappy with the billboard. Tevez, correct. Blackburn and Man United.
Blackburn and Man United.
His first name was sort of like a bird. Yeah. Herringberg.
Herringberg. Okay.
Three,
that was the Blackburn one.
Three that played in the famous Leicester title winning team.
Oh, Mahrez, of course.
Mahrez.
Three.
Another player in midfield.
It wasn't Danny Drinkwater.
No. He's very good. French.
Oh, Kante.
Kante.
Ah, fuck, I should have thought of these Leicester ones, man.
And I think he's an absolute bruiser at the back. I don't know, German.
Huth. Robert Huth.
Robert Huth. Who else haven't you got? Man City and Arsenal fullback. Nicolas Julia would also like him.
Clichy.
Correct. I was going to say, like Mrs. Platt from Coronation Street has the same first name. Who else didn't you get? Liverpool, Man City. I think Middlesbrough played loads of games. Swiss Mafia loves him. Played like bazillion games.
No, it's not true.
Famously really boring. Played for England.
Milner.
James Milner. And has a famous brother. This guy played for Arsenal and Man City, was it? Famous brother, Ivory Coast.
Kolo Touré.
Kolo Touré. Kolo. There you go. Those are 10. You got 2, so you failed.
Well, I kind of got more. I just took some clues.
Took some time. We had to give you help there. All right, that was the Who Am I quiz. 2 out of 10.
Good one,
he loses and we'll need to add to the giveaway pile. Congratulations. If you got more than 2, let us know in the comments if you did really well at that, and I'll be really impressed, and I'll give you you're really good at that message in the comments. Let's move on to another talking point. Hot streaks. Hot streaks. We haven't talked about these since they came back on, and they were lowered slightly, weren't they? Hot streaks, 5 stages. And now there's an MLS Masters tournament to get into, isn't there, for even bigger prizes. Question one, multiple questions. Do you enjoy them? Are you making attempts to try and win them? Have you won any?
One, I think they're a good idea. I think it's a bit of fun. It's got the buzz going. It's made people really buy those 5 players because you have to have 5. It's not just you can have 4. We'll let you off 1. Like, you have to have 5. I've only had 1 go at it so far because I bought a MLS keeper 2 weeks ago. I fell, I think, 20 points short of the first streak, annoyingly. And then since then, my only 2 striker in-season cards have both been injured, so I haven't bothered to enter it the last couple of weeks. But I think it's a good idea. I think they could do something similar across the board, across all the other competitions, probably, couldn't they? And I
like the idea of, like, you have to unlock a badge to get into this tournament.
Yeah, I think that's a cool idea.
30 grand to win, but you need to.
And wasn't there only like 8 or so people that had got to that point when they did this announcement?
Yeah, I think it's gone up a fair bit now.
Yeah,
but
it's probably gone up now. Yeah, but
like, there's not many in the big tournament. I like the idea.
It's fucking hard. It's hard. Like, you can do the first one, maybe the first couple, but like you'd have to have a proper good squad to get those fixtures right. Because if you just went full one team, you're not going to do it. Because then there's no way that team's going to do well 4 or 5 weeks in a row. So it is hard. How have you found it? You've obviously probably done it more than I have. So
this is back. There was 10 managers at the time. This is the old announcement, but they're in like a little hall of fame here. I like what they're trying to do with it, actually. I mean, I'm an MLS fan, so I like enjoy it. But there was lots of talk I've seen on other podcasts and things of like, it's not worth it. Like, you know, they crunch all the numbers and like you're better off playing 4 and like a Messi classic or whatever to try and win just actual rewards and try and focus on the streaks. But I don't have the strongest in-season team, so I kind of think it's like a cool little extra. I'm just running like my Colorado stack. I've won a few nice pieces now, actually. Our next reward video, which just filmed, which will be out this video after that, I've won a nice piece, a nice MLS piece, actually.
What are that?
Like, I've only won level 1 a couple of times. I've gone up to level 2 and failed. It is harder than you say, but they've dropped the second level down, haven't they, to try and get like that flow of people up to level 3. Make it a bit easier, because it was tough. It is harder than you think. You just need one player to go wrong or DMP or to have a shitter, and you're in trouble. So it is tough. I like it. I can like another thing to play for, another little bonus chip to win, but maybe that's because I'm not going for the top prizes with the best team. So I like just getting a little $3 in to like prop up the game week, because I don't have the best MLS in-season cards because they've been pricey. But I like the idea of badges to unlock this and, you know, things like that. I think it's kind of cool. Is it worth it is the question, really, isn't it?
That is the question. And I still would much prefer to win a card than $3, even though a $3 card is probably a tier 1 these days. But yeah, it's just not quite the same, is it? Just, you don't get any real announcement. It just goes onto your balance. Just not as fun.
What I would say is I think it's good that they sort of saw that not enough people were winning, and they lowered the values. Did it twice, haven't they? They've lowered it twice, or adjusted it twice. I think that's good that they sort of like took that on board and changed it and made it slightly easier, slightly more achievable.
It's nice that they're sort of not just going ham on the major European competitions. Like, they appreciate that MLS is massive on Sorare. Like, people love MLS. Like, it's an OG league. It's probably a good league for them to get into. It's probably affordable for Sorare to be partnered with. You know, it's a good standard league, MLS, and also they have a lot of big name players there now. Obviously, one of the biggest with Lionel Messi. A lot of big players have historically always gone over to MLS. So it's a nice league for them to be partnered up with. So good job on them.
But like $3 for 350, and then if you can hit 350 again to get $10, $13 over 2 weeks, for hitting over 350 and probably not winning a prize with it. I think that's quite nice. I think it's a nice little extra. It's a nice use of like beat the game. I think that's a good use of beat the game, a nice extra compared to like the current daily challenges, which aren't very engaging at all, and the prizes aren't very great. I think it's quite good. I quite like it. But then, yeah, is 4 in season and a good classic card better? I don't know. I always like trying to beat the game, so I think it's good. And I'm glad they're trying to adapt it to make it more achievable. And I think the Masters is cool. So overall, slightly good for me.
Slightly good.
I'd give it a 6.9 out of 10.
You did like a 6.9 out of 10, don't you?
Yeah, well, like I feel like once you get to 7, that's like good territory.
Good.
No, when you play Football Manager, like you start at 6, don't you? And then once they get over 7, you're like, I'm quite happy with performance now. If they're still in the 6,
I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I like the idea, but I haven't really taken to it yet, just because I don't have players.
Well, you're above average on everything you've graded today, so that's quite nice. Not too negative. Let's talk about the Asian heritage cards. This is the newest of the new. Just come out. Big announcement yesterday. What do you think of the Asian heritage cards? I will get something up on screen. I'm just getting you to fluff slightly while I find it.
They're very good. I really like him. We've talked about new fancy cards before on this show quite a lot. We're suckers for them. But these ones in particular are very, very nicely designed, I think. They really do give you that Asian feel. They're not just some random pattern. Like, they are very Asian. And they're cool. I think they're really cool. But one thing I would say, and maybe this is a little bit like English of me to say, like, all the names are in Japanese and Korean. You can't even fucking make out at all who they are. Like, I don't know if they've meant.
I think it's a very good touch, though. I think it's a nice touch.
Yeah, I suppose it's a good touch. But in terms of the pure card design, I think they look incredibly cool. They're only on the limited cards, aren't they? They don't have them on the rare cards yet, or if they do, they won't at the moment. But yeah, I think they're cool. And obviously, we'll probably get into it. But the announced video is cool. The custom tops are very, very cool as well. And they're doing a comp alongside it, I think, aren't they?
Yes, there is. So these are designs. They are beautiful looking cards. I haven't got involved yet because they are quite pricey, aren't they? I mean, I was going to say, Sorare do well with these promotions, don't they? Because people spend a lot of money on the cards.
And they always do the 10% chance of winning another card, 90% chance of you getting ETH, and then there's a chance of it being a special edition of the special edition, isn't there? I think as well.
The old double up promo they love to run, but prices do go up, and that's making them money, and so it works very well for them. I think they look cool. I think it's really nice, like the heritage they put in with the correct local alphabet and things like that. I think it's really cool. I think they look great. The jerseys, I personally don't think the jerseys look that great.
They don't look great, but I can see you wearing them because you love a good garish jersey, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to stick it on the wall, but I think the cards are nicer than the jerseys. Double up bonus, daily jersey giveaways. It's like the collectors thing, isn't there? Top collectors get a jersey. Yeah. I hope they do that for MLS before the end of the season because, top Colorado Rapids over here. It'd be nice to finally get something for being an MLS collector. And then the special event, 60 grand across the 2 game weeks, exclusive football jerseys, and win all the nice stuff. So a good promo event from them with a slight difference to normal. I think they're really cool.
Don't forget the 30k all-inclusive trip to Asia to watch games as well. See that one? Yeah.
And that's the good thing about that is it includes your flights and hotels and things for a change, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So that is really nice because it is a proper VIP trip. Like, So that makes a difference. That's a nice change, because sometimes you're winning tickets for things on Sorare back in the day, weren't you? But you still had to get yourself there, put yourself up, stuff like that. There's the legend that is Kitu Fukimori, absolute on fire at the moment. Another 84 last game week, but yeah, like 18 quid last auction.
Yeah,
4 quid for its normal cards, 29 quid, 24 quid for these cards. Sorare making money, making bank.
Cool though. I think it just proves, if they didn't already know, I mean, they obviously know, but like people like buying cool looking things, even if in terms of utility, that's the exact same utility as the in-season card, really. I know it enters you into a special competition, so it's probably got that little bit of extra utility, but it pays for them to put this effort in to make these cool cards, and it's nice for them to do it. I think, and it, like I've mentioned about the MLS, so they've done this MLS only competition. They're rewarding managers that have stuck with Sorare for a long time with these original leagues where it didn't used to be Europe. We had like Russia, Belgium, and then Asia and MLS. That's pretty much it, wasn't it, for a long time? So yeah, I think it's really cool.
Yeah, I think it's good to like reward the less glamorous side of Sorare, technically, isn't it? The J League and the K League. I mean, we've loved it from the start. The J League was my favourite back in the day when we first came on the platform. But it's obviously working for them because it makes them a lot of money compared to how the other cards are selling. And it's worked with the MLS. It's a proven thing that works if they get it right. The shirts are nice. They've made it a bit different this time. I know the double up promo thing's the same. And I saw a lot of positive sentiment for it on X yesterday. So yeah, it's cool. I will buy one of my favourite players from there. I'll probably get Fukimori at some stage. It'd be nice just to have one. And maybe I'll buy it during this promo to see if I can, because the double up bit's nice, and maybe I'll win the daily collector's jersey. But yeah, I think overall, what are you giving this promo? 1 to 10. Why can I not say 1 to 10 right at any point?
I think it's cool. I mean, I haven't taken part in the promo yet, but I'm going to go for a solid 8.5 out of 10. I mean, why would you not love it? Giving you a chance at some cool things.
Yeah, I'm going to go. I think it's very well done this time, actually. I'm going to go for a 7.3. I like it. Okay. I like special edition cards. You know, I'm a collector. You know, I'm mad for special edition cards. Absolutely love them.
Do you prefer the floral or the tiger?
I prefer.
I think I probably prefer the tiger just about, but the floral probably stands out a bit more. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I prefer the tiger. Here you are, for people who don't know what we're talking about. Yeah, I think the orange and green for me. Looks like it'd make a sick goalkeeper jersey.
It does.
Okay, there we go. Heritage cards, very in-depth thoughts dropped on them. And from something very important to my favourite part of every Sorare Lounge.
Oh.
You know what time it is. Get the saxophone out, baby. It's
an absolute tune.
Is an absolute tune. It is, of course, Keepers Club 2025. It is Club Night 4 of the year. Fresh DJs on the decks. The rhythm is a fresh vibe as we get the 4th round of Keepers Club for the year underway. Just a reminder, being a goalkeeper myself, it's obviously the most important position on the pitch. We celebrate all performances, whether good or bad. Any 100 gets you VIP band on the hero side of the club, and a big fat 0 still gets you in, but you have to sweep up the smoking area before you're allowed to leave at the end of the night. If there's a unique in the club, it means one of us owns that card, and that comes into play again tonight. There's another unique in the club. Johnny has backed the zeros to be successful this year. I, for some reason, being a goalkeeper glory hunter, backed the heroes. End of the year. The loser has to give away cards from their side of the club. There you go. That's all the intro needed. Let's welcome the fourth batch of WKD sippers for 2025. Here they are. This is the club day. It's been moderately successful on the hero side of things. I'm not going to go through every player's individual performance for how they got in there this time because, we haven't done it for a little while. But 4 new people on the hero side. There's only 2 over there originally, Mignolet and Danny Jimenez. They're joined by Galaxy, Patrick Pence, Park, and Pantemis. Pantemis knocking our boy Crep out of their Portland team for a while now, isn't he? And putting up 100. That's not ideal. But yeah, we're up to 6 on my side. Unfortunately, 6 fresh names have gone into your 0 side of the club. Sergio Herrera, Alex Padilla, Polas Beck, Lucas Adan, which I unfortunately own. That's 3 of my keepers, 4 of my keepers. 4 of my keepers are on the 0 side now. 3 of them are from the Premier League.
I think you need to refresh your keepers in your squad, mate.
Yeah, 3 Premier League goalies for me over there, as long with Lucas Adan. Kovar and Walter Benitez completes the 6 new entries, adding to their 10 that were already over there, making it 16-6. So
that's a good start for me, mate. I'm not going to lie. I think you might have ballsed up there.
We're third away through the year and I'm slightly behind. Yeah, we've had some close calls, though. There's been a lot of high 90s. There's been a couple of 99.8s and 99.6s. So
I think there might be 100 soon to enter that might enter as unique, potentially on the next to the club. But it's always nice to see Onana over there just chilling in the 0 Lounge. Obviously, been in the news the last week as well. I think, am I right in saying you finally come round to the idea that he's shite?
Obviously I put up a staunch defense across social media on this podcast of Andre Onana. I've given up. I reject.
He has as well, mate. He can't even deal with Matic saying a few things as an old age pensioner, and he did 2 errors, led to goal, and then got dropped.
I retract my appeal. He's not very good. Consistently, not very good. But interestingly, we are missing the latest game week. So, I haven't put the latest game week that's just been finalised in. And he's about to be joined by another Man United goalie. So there's a spoiler.
I didn't even know he got. Did he get a 0?
He got a 0. They tried to replace Andre Onana, and instead there's another 0. So in the next update, he'll be joined by friends. There's an ex-Everton goalie going in as well. So,
okay. Well, all right. I like it.
Yeah, so that is Keepers Club. That is the update. Unfortunately, not looking good for me at the moment. I believe in comebacks, though. I believe in comebacks. The Miracle Medina's got nothing on the second half of the season for the hero keepers. Yeah, it looks like I'll be giving one of these away, unfortunately. That's quite sad. Oh, well, that was Keepers Club Update 4 for 2025. We go again. Up the heroes. You can do it. Let's move on. We've got a giveaway to come at the end with the Everton performance review. But before that, we have a new section. Called Rip 'em, then pick 'em. This is your new segment to the podcast. So I'm going to hand it over to you to let you explain it to the listeners. Well, it's a fantastic idea. Came up with over hours and hours of deliberation by myself, but it's quite a simple idea, and both of us, simple idea for simple man, exactly. Both of us. One of the reasons we like Sorare in the first place is we like opening things. We collected stickers as kids. I'm sure you collected stickers as kids. I probably collected as an adult as well, to be honest with you. Pokemon cards, anything that you can open and collect. We love it.
and we've decided, well, I've decided, to have a little game of picking real cards from packets. Now, I've got a packet here to show you, but yeah, picking real cards from packets. So we're going to pick a couple of packets each, making up about 20-ish cards, and then we're going to choose 5 cards each to make up an SO5 team for the coming weekend. And then we'll go up against each other, head to head. Loser does a giveaway, I guess, or something along those lines. But obviously, we haven't decided quite the punishment yet, but it will be a punishment for it.
I think the loser each week sticks a card on their giveaway pile.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. But
you just emptied your giveaway pile, but mine has a few things in at the moment. As card value's gone down a little bit, we tend to build our giveaway pot up till it's a respectable level to give away in one go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got Premier League 2024 stickers. So
okay, so we're talking exclusively Premier League players for you.
Yeah, I've got other things in the locker I've got some MLS cards, I've got some European cards, but I fancied I wanted to get off to a strong start. So I was going to go for Premier League to begin with. So your rules is I open 20 of these.
Well, how many stickers in the pack did we decide that? Was it 5 in each pack?
We'll find out on the first pack.
Yeah, so maybe open 5 packs, because then that'll match with 2 packs of what I'm opening. So I
build a SO5 team for this weekend from my stickers, and then we compete against each other in like a sticker Everton versus the world battle for anyone that's
effectively that, based on Sorare scores, obviously. No captaining, none of that, just flat scores, goalkeeper, defender, midfielder, forward, and then another outfielder of your choice.
So it's got to be a proper SO5 team.
Proper SO5 team. You're obviously going Premier League, which is good. I've gone for match attacks. I think is it Champions League or all Europe? I think by the looks of it, match attacks starter pack, which is a little bit exciting actually. It's got a little list on the back here. Obviously, it's not the best view here, so you probably can't see. But there are 1 in 36 of a semi-rare pull. 1 in 50. That's packets. 1 in 36. 1 in 50 as a rare Chrome card, and then 1 in every 500 packs you could get a signed card or a patch card.
You do like pulling a semi, don't you?
I do like pulling a semi. There's a picture of a signed Jude Bellingham card on the back here, which obviously they put as the chase card. I'm sure that won't be in here, but there's a Celtic patch card there. So yeah, it looks like there's some cool things. This particular box has some general stuff in it that's in there, so I won't include those general things there. It does include just 2 normal packets, so I'll just open the 2 normal packets, and they'll be my squad of 24, I think, and I'll choose 5 players from that. Okay. Obviously, if we don't get a keeper in our stickers, I guess we'll figure that out if we get to that point. But let's see what happens, eh?
All right.
Would you like to go first, or shall I go first?
I'll go. As I've got mine ready.
Here we go. So maybe, depending on how this goes, maybe people like it, maybe we will like it. I kind of feel like we'll probably like it. Maybe we'll start getting a bit more technical with our camera angles with how we open these, and it starts looking a bit more professional.
So I've got Raheem Sterling,
Chelsea card though.
Yeah, a Odysseys goalkeeper.
Yep.
Kevin Shard. Oh, an elite Manuel Benson.
Oh, Manuel Benson.
And shiny Everton badge.
Yeah. All right. Rick's won the first week. There's no topping that.
Okay.
It's interesting that we've just realised that you've got stickers from last season's Premier League, not this season's Premier League.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. Don't worry.
We'll figure it out.
I'm going to get a team because I've got Elliot Anderson.
Okay.
Now at Forest, right?
Now at Forest, yeah.
Shiny Kevin De Bruyne.
Oh, that's strong.
Played well at the weekend.
They are playing the best team in the Premier League this weekend, though, so that might not be.
I've got a relegated Sheffield United player.
Yeah, I guess you can still pick these players, though, if you want.
Pick them.
Yeah.
Jack Robinson. This is the beauty of whatever pack you pick. Maybe I got some 2023 MLS cards. Ryan Yates, which nowadays is quite a good card to have in the He's starting for Forest, isn't he?
Well, yeah, he is.
Let's fire off. Oh, we see. I've got the Everton kit.
Wow, mate, you're an Everton addict.
Darwin Núñez.
Oh, that's pretty shit.
Declan Rice. Very nice one.
That could be solid.
Alexis McAllister is a nice choice. And Pau Torres. And then let's open one more. I mean, that's 3 packs. How many cards am I getting out of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I reckon open one more. I reckon open one more pack because you've got 2 things that aren't even players so far.
Ben Chilwell, Lucas Paqueta. I've got another shiny Everton badge.
That's absolutely insane that that's happened.
And Issa Kabore. And then finally, the Bournemouth kit.
Okay.
Josh Da Silva. Joe Rothwell.
Ooh.
Aaron Hickey. And Diego Dallo.
Okay, so you got some good stuff, you got some not so good stuff. So I'll let you sit on those on your little squad for a bit.
Start opening and showing yours, and I'll start trying to put together a 5-man team.
So I'm a little bit excited about opening this. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think you've done this whole section just so we can.
Yeah. Effectively, just so I can relive my youth. I'm hoping you'll come round to collecting the same things as this so that we can start doing some swapsies. Okay. Let's crack it open, see what we've got in here.
I've just created a rule to help us around goalies.
Okay.
If you get a goalie, you can just be that team's goalie, maybe.
Yeah, or maybe if you get a badge, you can choose their keeper.
Okay.
Because you've got the Everton badge and you've got the best keeper you get.
Okay.
There's some bits there. Don't know what those are, so let's ignore those for the time being. Ooh, look at this. A little booklet. The game guide. Okay. All right. I've got some nice little things in there. 2 packs. They call me 2 pack Shakur. And 2 tops. And I'm going to open these. Now, are we saying these don't count? Because I did say that. So we'll probably say that.
Yeah, just your packs count for the.
But I'm going to open them anyway, just in case I've got a Bellingham and I want it to be on stream, you know?
Okay.
Okay. So. Ooh. We've got. Oh. Harry Kane.
Okay.
World class. Obviously, I can't choose him, so that's fine. A world class Harry Kane. A wonder kid Warren Zaire Emery, and interesting, a VAR injury card.
It's what everyone wants.
That's what everyone's always wanted. Now I'll just quickly open this other one. So I've got another top card thing here. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like I'm going to get a signed Jude Bellingham card, but Adam Maruzic, Manuel Lazare, so 2 Lazio, another Lazio player, Ciro Immobile, Theo Hernandez, and Emi Martinez. Okay, so these are the cards that I can't choose from. So I was just opening them, just in case I got something crazy. Right, so these are the 2 packs that I can choose from. Don't know what could be in here whatsoever. Got no idea. Hopefully better than your Luton cards, though. How many from the back to the front? No idea. Right. I've got a Gleason Bremer from Juventus. A Dyson Maeda. That could be good. Celtic. Jonas Hoffman. Morten Hulmand. Saw him outside our hotel in Frankfurt. Do you remember that, Rick?
I do, yeah.
Kingsley Coman. One of your cards, I believe you own. Nicholas Fulkrug. Rafinha. I think that could be going into. I think you potentially might need to open something better than Luton stickers to compete against these cards. I got a Connor Bradley. That's disgusting. That needs to go straight in the bin. Atletico Madrid's badge. Oh, here we go. We got a shiny, Rick. We got a shiny Danilo from Juventus, who I now think doesn't play for Juventus. Oh, hello. We've got a Thibaut Courtois. Oh, I've got a signed card, but it's not actual signed. I've got a Declan Rice. So we both got Declan Rice. Okay.
I do feel like I could be in trouble here as you pull Rafinha, Courtois. Yeah. I can tell you I'm going to run Kevin Shard up front.
Yeah, that's not great. I feel it's a test run. You know, we'll see how it goes. Maybe these are like cost £1 or £1.99 or so for a pack of these. Maybe you get these in the future. So
maybe I win. We'll go from.
Maybe you win. Yeah, who knows? Okay, I've got a Faris Shaibi. Never heard of him. Cole Palmer. That'll do the trick. Danilo Pereira da Silva from Rangers. Antoine Griezmann. Arsene Zakarian. There's a gold card at the back here, Rick. David Raum. Christian Romero. Takahiro Tomiyasu. Kyle Walker. Or Black Jesse, as you like to call him. Oh, look at this. Johan Bakayoko. A sort of shiny looking card. I don't know what that is. Lewis Ferguson. Man of the match card. What a legend. And we've got a vintage vibes Ricardo Carvalho.
Oh.
Hashtag bring back legends cards.
Bring back legends. Yeah, if it's a legends comp on, you could be entering it this weekend.
Yeah. So we've got a lot going on there. Now, I'll probably have to go back to you now whilst I go through my squad. But I think, I've got some good players in there, Rick. You could be in trouble.
Yeah, so I'm going to run the Nottingham Forest goalkeeper, Diego Dallo, Declan Rice, Kevin Shard, and Kevin De Bruyne.
I mean, that's still reasonably strong. Who've Brentford got this weekend? Anyone good?
Not sure. I know Darwin Núñez was really the only other option out front. Alexis McAllister missed out as well. But yeah, that's what we're going with this weekend. So we'll see.
Right.
I will put it up on X.
Oh, it's good. See, there's going to be a lot of rotations this weekend, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's going to be dangerous. This is important who I'm picking right now. Okay. I'm going to go for Thibaut Courtois in goal. I think that's pretty solid. Presume he'll play on the weekend. Didn't pick up an injury against Arsenal. I'm unsure, but hopefully not. Okay, I need a defender. I'm going to ignore Declan Rice because you've got Declan Rice, and you picked him first. So I'm going to give you the honours on Declan Rice there, Rick.
Thank you.
Liverpool. I can't pick a Liverpool defender. I haven't got many defenders, to be honest with you. I'm like struggling for a defender. Who's your defender?
Diego Dallo.
Okay. I'm going to go for Christian. Oh, no. Do I have to pick right now?
Well, you can change it. You can put it up on X. Just give us an idea. And we'll.
Okay, I'll go Kyle Walker. Presume he starts racing now at the moment. I'm not sure, to be honest with you, but I'm going to presume. I think, I can't tell whether they're down as midfielders or forward cards, which is a bit of an issue, but I'll go for Rafinha as a midfielder card. Is that right? Or is he more of a forward?
He's a forward on SO5, though, isn't he?
Is Cole Palmer midfielder or forward?
Forwards. His old card might be midfield. You'll have to investigate.
Okay. Well, we'll just investigate. I think Cole Palmer's original card, Man City card, was a midfielder. So I'm just going to go Cole Palmer.
His original one is, I think. So I got his original one. Yeah.
Okay. Cole Palmer, Rafinha, and I'm going to go for Dazen Maeda as my rogue pick. So, yeah, we'll collate that. Maybe I'll do a little bit of research just to see. I haven't picked someone who doesn't even have a game. But, yeah, I think it's got some potential, this game, to go somewhere. It's a bit of fun once we sort our cameras out and people can actually see what we're pulling. So there we go.
We'll see. Check out our X accounts. They're linked in the description below. And the Sorare Thursday Club one will have the match up on there. And we'll have the results up on there. And we'll talk about it on the next episode. even though we're going to Prague next week. So who knows when we'll do that. Let's move on to the last segment of the show, the Everton performance review.
UTFT. McNeil season is back in action, baby. Moisey is the leader of our ship, and our destination is Glory Town.
Okay, Everton performance review. I expect this to be quite a jovial few minutes for you. Everton are back. Everton above Man United. Everton are flying high. Would you be fifth or sixth since Moisey's return?
We are fifth in terms of points collated since he's returned to us, the Moisey. It's going very well. Not only are we actually not losing too much, we're playing good football. So obviously the last game we just had was the Nottingham Forest away game. I think with Forest 12 unbeaten at home or something stupid, and we beat them 1-0 in the last minute, but it didn't flatter us. It wasn't a smash and grab 1-0 victory. We were by far the better team and had much better chances the entire game. So it was a deserved win. We had that initial sort of 5 or 6 games after Moyes joined where we did really well. We knew we had this big fixture list coming up in April where we played Liverpool, Arsenal, Forest. We've got Man City this weekend. Obviously, we lost to Liverpool, but did play pretty well, actually. Could have easily got a draw out of the game, if not more. Drew with Arsenal the following week and played pretty well, and then beat Forest. So it's good to see that we're playing good football, pulled ourselves way away from the bottom 3. I think, to be honest, bottom 3 were pretty set from quite a long time ago. And above United's always nice, isn't it? In terms of Sorare scores, it's not going great. It's been difficult having no McNeil for a long time. Iliman and I was injured as well for a good sort of 6 weeks, which wasn't good, which makes our performances under Moyes even better. The fact we didn't have McNeil or Ndai for the majority of them. Beto was doing well, but Beto does not score well AA-wise. So running Everton stacks every week has not been fruitful, despite how well Everton have done in that time.
We had this 3-week streak of Beto of a 64, a 79 and a 60 when we thought Beto's season might become a thing. But since then, he's become back to being like the back end of a pantomime donkey, isn't he? Absolutely.
Don't you talk about Beto like that. Beto is an absolute legend.
Look at this. This is starting and he's getting 25, 29. He's back 29 again, 32. So he's just losing points every week. He's useless as an SO5 option, but he did have a nice 3-week one. It's because we got McNeil's season back. The real season is back. McNeil's season. 1 minute on the pitch. See down here. 1 minute decisive.
He's a machine, mate. Honestly. So he did come back technically the week before against Arsenal. I think he played maybe 10 minutes at the end, but I don't remember him touching the ball. And I don't think Everton touched the ball in that whole 10 minutes, to be honest, because Arsenal just had it. But yeah, he just shows his quality immediately. And it's so nice to have him back. And I wasn't sure if he'd actually come back for the end of the season because he did have a knee operation in the end. But yeah, great to have him back. Will be great once he's sort of firing on all cylinders again. We've even got Harrison's done well the last few weeks, getting a few assists and doing well. But yeah, it's going all right at the moment. Things are starting to look a little bit more tasty. You know, we got the new stadium is waiting for us to move in. We got obviously a new manager, despite it being an old manager in Moyes. We've got the new owners. We're in for a big summer, big overhaul of players that are out of contract this summer. And you know, not only does that, we know we're going to make signings this summer. We actually have to because we're losing so many squad players. So yeah, watch this space. It's exciting time to be an Everton fan.
Yeah, the old defensive stat came back, didn't it? The old Tark, Branthwaite, Pickford triple up did its job on the weekend. Mikalenko's doing well. Even Jake O'Brien scored a couple of goals. And Ndiaye got one against Arsenal, didn't he, in his first start back?
And Idrissa Gueye, solid as hell. I mean, he's got an area there to go on that one you're looking at there. But he's been our player. I think probably been our player of the season if you exclude Pickford. in terms of outfield players.
There's a few
just
70s in a row there. 79, 73, 79. He's been a good Sorare guard.
Yeah.
Tarkovsky here with a 46 against Liverpool when he should have been sent off pretty early on in the game for GBH. But
it was an orange and a half, wasn't it? That's fair to say.
Yeah. But yeah, there's been some useful scores. McNeil, and you needed McNeil and NDI back to have that offensive part of the stack. But the Everton's offensive triple up has always been pretty good with the goalkeeper. So yeah, there you go. Above Man United. What a time, eh? What a time. All rosy. I've seen a lot of the Everton chat and some of the fans, Sorare fans, WhatsApp groups are all overly ecstatic. The shouts of Europe next year are already started again. The Everton
might get Europe this year.
Everton optimism's back in full rage. I'm looking forward to the Everton preview show at the start of next season, where you tell me how all your new signings are amazing and we should pick them up, like I did with Jacob Ryan's 1 of 100 this year.
He's proving it now, mate.
All on the up. You got Man City this week, though, haven't you?
Yeah, we've got Man City at home this weekend, continuing our run of tough fixtures. But genuinely, Moyes has brought back the belief a little bit. Like, not only the players having belief in themselves, like, I don't go into games now thinking we're going to get dicked anymore, even if we're playing Man City or anyone. And we've got 3 home games left at Goodison. The players are up for it. We're playing a more attacking style that if we're going to lose, we're going to at least play well and give it a good go. So, yeah, it should be a good game. Okay. I back us to do all right this weekend.
Pickford, Tark, Branthwaite, Gay, and Jai McNeil. There's a solid 6 to pick 5 from each week. Right, let's go on to the giveaway to finish up.
Yes, God, I forgot about the giveaway.
We had a giveaway on Johnny's X account in the description below if you want for some future ones. He giving away 3 starting goalkeepers.
So this is to celebrate the half essence crafting of Kylian Mbappe. I promised I'd do a good giveaway to celebrate and sort of pass my luck forwards to hopefully 3 happy people. So
you want an Mbappe, mate?
No. Yeah, I did. I don't know if I mentioned, but yeah, I did a little giveaway. I think the 3 cards were a champion keeper in Skorupski, who is currently injured for a couple of weeks, but is definitely the clear number 1 at Bologna. Has signed a new 2-year contract. Also starting goalkeeper for Poland, so you've got that double utility of champion and the international breaks. We've then got Mert Gonok, who is challenger keeper from Besiktas, who's one of the stacks that I run, and also Turkish number 1 goalkeeper. So another international keeper to go with a challenger keeper. And then I've gone for Maury Dior, who is a good keeper that's was at Clermont Foot last year, got relegated, basically handed a transfer request and didn't play for ages. He's joined Rhodes, who are in the French Division 2, but he's a starter there, and he makes the international squad for his international team. So yeah, 3 good keepers and 60 people have entered, I think it is. So you've got good odds here of winning a keeper, 1 in 20. So We'll start off with the contender keeper, shall we? So this is for a Maury Dior. I've made it big screen for you there, Rick.
Thanks very much. I'll write it down for you if you like.
Oh, yes, please. That'd be great. Okay, first winner. Ooh, Pisic. Congratulations, Pisic. You've won a Maury Dior. I'm going to remove you because you can't win more than 1. So yeah, on to the next keeper, Mert Gonok.
Gunnock. Turkey keeper of the Euros, wasn't he? I remember owning him.
He was indeed. Oh,
that is rare.
Oh, it's WHU Matt. Going to be a happy West Ham fan right there.
Up the irons.
Up the irons. Okay. There we go. Looking after our ex-Moyes boys. Okay. Final one for a Skorupski, probably the best prize of the 3.
Skorupski. I look at him all the time, actually. I like Bologna when I'm always scouring to buy keepers.
I am Nick Colt.
I am Nick Colt. No idea what your real name is. That must just be a pseudonym. I was going to make some weird joke then, but I'm getting tired now. I'm Nick Colt.
No, I see what you said. But anyway, there we go. 3 winners. We'll be in contact on X.
Pissock. Congratulations, you, Matt, and I am Nick Colt. Excellent giveaway. Great work. 3 cards in the bank. You lucky duckies. Who doesn't love a starting goalie, eh? Love it. And now we're out of segments. 90 minutes in. We're into extra time. I think that's the perfect time to call it. A solid 90 minutes of non-stop JPEG action. So, anything else from you?
I don't think so. It's been good. It's been good to chat. Good to get some updates on things that I might have missed on on some announcements in the last couple of weeks. But
there's always a lot going on, though, isn't there? Yeah,
there's always a lot going on.
All right, then. Well, all that's left to say then is thank you for joining us. Made it decisive to be with you this game week. Please like and subscribe and all that vibe on the way out. Help us keep the bills on at STC. And we'll be back with you for more shenanigans very shortly. There's more videos this week up on the channel. I think we've got 3 up this weekend. Some lovely rewards with bonanzas, some nice pools, and a lot of cards open. So yeah, go check those out if you want to see more of our faces. And if you're still here now, then you're a real hero, and we really appreciate you. But yeah, that's it. For now, from me, it's a Viva Thursday Club. And from Tornado, it's a...
Up the Toffees.
We need a KDB masterclass for my sticker this weekend. Come on, the boys.